Icon back, and we're here to talk about episode 5. Yeah, we're in it. We're in the thick of it now. Episode 5 of Titans, Deathstroke. Deathstroke is the best stroke.
What happened to Jason?
And let's dive right into this because there weren't a lot of things in this episode that got your mind going in different directions. There weren't multiple storylines and multiple things happened. This was just one big storyline and one big thing, one big focus. We didn't get the two-parter that I thought we were going to get. I thought that this episode was going to continue, and we'll find out what happened with Slade's son after Dick rolled up on him in the record store. But we never actually got the answer to that. We never saw what happened. We never saw the aftermath. We still don't know what happened with the entire team. Donna actually did say, I believe, either Donna or Don, one of them actually did say that, that Garth was dead. So they flat out actually said he was dead. So that's, that's been confirmed. So the episode starts, pretty much. Jason Todd is still, he's still being held captive. They're trying to find him. They're still looking for him. The Titans are not really, they're focused, but they're not really together because everybody's still got the whole, we don't want to be here thing going through their mind. Dr. Light is actually pissed because he was just like, look, you said we was going to get a chance to kill these sons of you-know-whats. And instead, we're sitting there tying them up and trying to draw the rest of them out when they're supposed to die. So Dr. Light's whole thing is like, yo, let me kill him. And then Slade's like, be patient and wait for the plan. And then Dr. Light's like, screw your plan. I'll go kill him myself. And then Slade basically kills Dr. Light. And he takes the tracker that Jason has in his system because he found the tracker. He puts the tracker on Dr. Light to draw out the Titans because, thinking that they found Robin. Because they can't find Robin because he's underground and they can't track him underground. So they find Dr. Light, the original Titans find Dr. Light's body. They realize, we've been set up. Slade did this to draw us out. There's a telephone attached to Dr. Light. Dick picks it up. Slade's on the other phone, on the other end. And he's just like, I'll trade you, I'll give you Jason back if you give me Rose. Which is personal, it's complete BS because Slade's whole thing was, he ain't drawing them out for Rose. He flat out said, the Titans, he's like, if you ever bring back the Titans, I'll kill every last one of them. He has straight up beef with the Titans. This isn't about Rose. He's just using Rose he does want Rose, but Rose is secondary. This whole thing is about basically him just getting all the Titans in one spot so he can kill them. So basically, so they go back to the tower. Starfire, she's back because, she told Rachel she was coming back to the tower. She's trying to get caught up with everything. And the Titans are basically having a conversation with Corey in the room, which is kind of cool because, I know that Corey's an adult, so it's not like she gets the, hey, you kids go wait in the other room thing. Corey, she's an adult. She deserves to be present. But Dick, a lot of them also keep saying this is Titan's business, and Corey's not a Titan. So the fact that they even let Corey, in the room was cool, and it was beneficial because she was pretty much like the unbiased voice in the room, because both Dick and Hank, they were going back and forth between, because Hank's whole thing is I just want this thing done with, I want this Slade shit over with. So he's like, if that's his daughter, give him his daughter back, let's get Jason and then go on about our business. And then of course Dick's like, no, I'm not going to do it, I'm not going to hand her over. And Hank actually, he admitted this to Dawn, because Dawn and Hank always have to have their little private talk moment. And, he admitted to her that as much as he wants to punch Jason in the face, he actually likes the kid. The kid reminds him of him. He's a complete asshole. So, he was more concerned about saving Jason, than he was about Rose. And then, Raven, Beast Boy, Rose, they were in the control room. He turned on the microphone because every room in the house is bugged. And they overheard the conversation, and Rose heard everyone basically telling Dick, everyone except Dawn, because Dawn wasn't down for it. She's basically telling everybody, yo, we should, she heard them say, hand her over to Slade. So she tries to leave the tower. Dick does the emergency protocol, shuts it down so she can't leave. Everybody's trying to stop her. She gets into a fight with Hank. She ends up, she bumps into Rachel in the kitchen, and then Rachel kind of pleaded with her, and she was like, yo, get out the way, because, just because you're next to me doesn't mean I'm not going to kill you. And then like the two of them got into a little fight because Raven complained earlier to Corey. She was saying that like all we do is train and train and train and train. I'm like, yeah, but that training saved your ass when Rose tried to put, when Rose was trying to give it to you, and when Rose got a good clean shot off, Rachel lost it, and then Raven kicked in, and then the smoke came out, and she actually killed Rose, which is funny because at first I thought she just like slid her across the room and just knocked her out because she hit the wall, but that bitch was dead. Because like even when there was a moment where like Rose's shoe was like turned the other way, and I was like, oh well, it's because she slid across the room. Like her shoe came off. Like no, that bitch's foot broke and like turned sideways. Like her neck was broken, her hands was broken. But then she like got up, healed herself. All of her bones snapped back into place, which was it was straight up Violet from Young Justice, like the way she came back to life. So now I really want to know, what does Rose have? That like what sort of like magical Mirakuru mumbo jumbo does Rose have that everybody that other metahumans that were worked on don't have? It would also be kind of cool if they tied this into the Doom Patrol, because the Doom Patrol, like they had that secret facility that they were experimenting on like metas and everything. So if it turns out there's a Doom Patrol tie, that would be pretty cool too. But I need a Rose episode now. Like we had, like episode 2 was called Rose, but we got no Rose backstory whatsoever. So I actually would like a Rose backstory now to find out what happened to her. Why does she have the power that she has? Why can she? Because apparently Rose can't die. Like physically, Rose can't die. It looks like it's a situation where you're gonna have to like literally like sever her head from her body in order for her to die. And even then, she'll probably grow her head back. What I still want to know. Because again, like when Jason got kidnapped, y'all put that on pause just to take us to the past to show us some old Titan stuff. And now that you've showed me the old Titan situation, I actually want to see that play out now. So I want to know what happens with what happened to Jerry. Like, is Jericho alive? Like, did you kill Jericho? Was there a fight? And even then, like Donna was just like, I want to save Jason too, but if we turn into monsters trying to save him, she was like, we can't turn Rose over to Slade because this is the second time we're gonna use one of Slade's kids to get to him. And I'm just like, if you're gonna say this, like explain that. Like somebody needs to explain this. Like just give me one episode that just explains everything. Corey's ex-boyfriend / guardian, he's still locked up. Her and Donna had a nice little conversation. They touched on that real quick. So I don't know how he'll probably be in there until maybe like episode 10, and then he'll bust out with the actually he's probably going to show up, predictions, he's going to show up in the season finale with like Tamaran, with the Tamaranian army behind him. But but we'll save that for later. So then, so basically then, and this was like real shocking, Donna of all people straight up rolled up on Dick and told him, like, Donna's like done with this, like she's over the Slade thing, she's over the violence and the destruction, which is weird because she was the one who was like going out fighting crime, like she was the one that was going out beating up random drug dealers, and now all of a sudden she's like, Dick, we're not doing this once we take care of Slade. And then she's mad at him for resurrecting the Titans. Like she told him, she flat out told him, once we take care of Slade, if you don't end the Titans and stop this whole experiment, she said, she looked at, and this is like the first sense of verbal emotional aggression I've ever seen from Dawn. She said, she looked him dead in the face and said, if you do not disband this Titans experiment 2.0 bullshit that you got going on, I will burn this building to the ground myself, and I don't give a damn how much Bruce paid for it. And that's another thing. Is it like Slade knows that Robin is Dick Grayson? He called him Dick Grayson like several times. Gar flat out said in front of Rose, because Rose said something. Rose was like, oh, there's a camera in every room, and then Gar was like, yeah, you can thank Bruce Wayne for that. I'm like, motherfucker, like you sitting there spilling the beans, like you drop you name dropping. So does Slade know that Bruce Wayne is Batman? I would think he does know Bruce Wayne is Batman, which means he ain't stupid enough to roll up on Bruce, but That's not like a guy like Slade shouldn't know that information. So so that's weird. And now he done blown everybody's secret identity to Rose. Like the cat is out of the bag at this point. So it'd be very interesting to see if something actually comes of that. Seeing as how that everyone's secret identity is on the table here. So then, so Dick gets the Titans together. They go to where he tells them like Slade's somewhere downtown or whatever, and then he pulls the okey doke on them, and because Dick's whole thing is like, look, I didn't want to drag y'all in this. I'm upset that I dragged y'all into this. Like Donna, she's screaming on me. Everybody mad at me. He's like, you know what, I'm just going to handle this myself. And if I got to sacrifice myself, if I got to die for Jason to live and to keep the rest of you out of the situation, then that's what I'm going to do. Because I'm Richard Gillian Grayson, and I does this. So, so after that, he had a little conversation with Corey. He complimented her on her hair, which was obviously different from the first season. And I think I complained about that in the first episode where, like, nobody talked about her hair, so somebody finally did, so that's cool. And then she picked up on it. Like, she thought the whole thing with him mentioning the hair, him being nice, talking about, he was like, I hope you stick around because, like, the kids need you, like, I need you, whatever. And she wasn't stupid. She was just like, you were trying to set me up because you plan on sacrificing yourself. So when Dick rolls up on Slade, ready to sacrifice himself, Corey comes out of nowhere, blasts Slade with the fire, and for someone whose powers diminish when it's nighttime, she had an awful lot of power. And now, my prediction from the last video didn't come 100%, but a little bit of it did come true because I did say that. I mean, I said Gar, Rachel, and Corey would be the ones to save the entire OG team from Slade, but Corey ended up saving Dick from Slade. So Slade couldn't really hang with Corey because Corey got strength, she got powers, she got the whole shebang, and it's a nice little decent fight scene between Dick, the Dick Slade fight scene was really cool. Watching Corey kick his ass was really cool. So now I'm thinking we're going to get this same fight scene between Dick and Slade, but only the next time we see it, he's going to have the Nightwing costume on. And I was like internally geeking out about that the entire time. He had Jason, on the window washing machine, had him tied up or whatever, and then he cut the rope. Because him and Corey got the better of him. Dick and Corey got the better of him, and then when he knew he was beat, he was like, all right, like we doing this end game now. Like if I'm gonna lose, we all gonna lose. He threw some bombs and blinded them for a second, messed up their hearing, and then he cut the rope or hit the button that dropped Jason from the sky. Dick actually caught him because Jason was smart enough to cut the ropes. Dick caught him, but he lost his grip. Jason fell out of the sky, and the episode ends with Jason falling out of the sky to his doom. The OG Titans did hear the commotion when Corey and Dick were fighting, so maybe he gets saved by the magic lasso. Maybe Superboy comes out of nowhere. I don't know. But that's how the episode ended. So predictions wise, the next episode is called Connor, so we're, and when I saw that the next episode was called Connor, I paused and I was like, oh yeah, like Superboy is supposed to show up, and this is like episode 6, and like there's still no Superboy, and now I hope that they're not gonna pause from the Jason falling out of the window thing to now give us a Connor backstory episode. It seems like every time something happens, we take a time out to go to the past. And again, hopefully Connor ends up saving Jason. Either Connor or Donna with the lasso is going to save Jason. At the very, least case scenario, Rachel's going to show up, flying through the sky or whatever. But Jason's obviously not going to die yet because they're saving that. We all know what's coming with that one. So my prediction is that we're not going to get a conclusion of Jason falling out of the window. We're probably going to get a Connor after he escaped from Cadmus episode. And then we'll find out in episode 7 he's the one that saves Jason from falling out of the building. The OG Titans, they're going to be mad at Dick, for pulling the double cross, but not as mad as you would think because they don't really want to be there anyway. Rachel and Gar finally had a little argument between the two of them, a little rift, but that's not going to amount to nothing. They'll make up real quick. And yeah, so actually, to be honest, at this point, from a prediction standpoint, I really don't know what's going to happen because there's a lot of unfinished business here, and there are a lot of storylines going in different directions. So I don't know where this is gonna go. You know, if Superboy ends up showing up and they incorporate him into the team, because Slade's gonna take a break now. Because now that this happened, Slade's gonna take probably like a 2-episode break, and then when Slade brings himself, you know, like when Slade brings himself back into the fold, you know, he's like, okay, now I'm Slade Wilson, I'm back, baby, and I'm here to kill all the Titans. I'm here to kill all the Titans, and then he's gonna be like, oh wait, there's a witch girl, there's a green lion boy. Where the hell did this where this kid with the Superman Superman T-shirt come from? He's gonna, like, the Slade thinks there's only like 4 people. Well, 5 now, that 5 with Starfire, so there's gonna be like more Titans that roll up on him, and he's gonna be like, oh snap, you know. And you know, that's how they're gonna beat him, because like the new people that they're because Slade said, I'm gonna kill every Titan one by one. You ain't killing Starfire, and you ain't killing Superboy. So, and you ain't killing Raven. Raven even said herself, she was like, if you guys would have if Jason and Gar, if you would have included me, she was like, I would have whooped Slade and Dr. Light's ass. And if that would have happened, we wouldn't have a show. So, but that's gonna happen in the end. So, at the very least, my prediction is basically it's gonna be at least an episode or 2 before we get to that point. Because I think next week we're just getting Connor backstory. But this episode was actually really good. I'm pissed. I'm pissed that it was good, because it was emotionally good. It had a lot of good action, and I'm like, when I say pissed, I don't mean like really pissed. Like, I'm mad that it ended on a cliffhanger, because I was like, when the credits rolled, I was like, damn it, you know, like they do a very good job of leaving you wanting more on Titans. So you definitely have to give them like a lot of credit for that. Yeah, so no bad. Like, there was nothing bad. The only thing I hated about the episode is that I gotta wait till next week to find out what happens, and that's not a bad thing at all. So yeah, so that's it. Deathstroke, you know, Deathstroke episodes in the book. We got the Connor episode coming up next, so it's getting hot. It's getting hot. I'm actually going to New York Comic Con, so I have a video for that coming soon. CW Supergirl and Batgirl debut tomorrow, Sunday, and then, you know, the Flash comes back, Black Lightning comes back. I'll see if I have the energy and the time to do some quick recaps for that as well. If I end up doing recaps for Titans and all the DC CW shows, they're not going to be as long as this. Like, they'll probably just be like, you know, less than 10 minutes max, because that's a lot of time. So that's it. I'm gonna get me something to eat. Get myself ready for Comic-Con tomorrow. You know, if anybody recognizes me, you know, feel free to say hi, and keep it locked. Check out the Comic-Con video when it pops up. Give a like, subscribe, and a comment. And until next time, I'm out this bitch.